let's go through how to unlock the ability to upgrade your armor in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We'll have a look at how you do it afterwards as well. It will involve basically gathering materials and delivering it to NPCs, which are called Great Fairies. So we're going to be unlocking those in this video. The first thing that you need to do is go and speak to Tracy over at Lucky Clover Gazette. This should start a quest line. I don't necessarily know if you need to speak to Penn first, who is the bird guy over in Lookout Landing. I think he meets you over there anyway, even if you miss him. So speak to Tracy over here at Lucky Clover Gazette, and that's going to set off a load of side quests around all of the stables across Hyrule. And one of those quests that we need to begin is over here at the Woodland Stable Well. You'll see him over here talking to these musicians, and this is what we need to do to get it started. So I'm going to obviously pass through the dialogue here. And once you have this quest started, what we need to do is repair the wagon. So every stable should have parts to basically create a wagon if you need to. And this one is basically no different. So let's go ahead and get all of this done. Now, to finish this quest, you will actually need to have a horse with a harness on it that obviously has at least some pull available. It's very easy to get the harness if you don't already know. You need to get 2 pony points. So basically you need to visit 2 different stables. If this is your first one, somehow, because you went past this one and this one without visiting them, there is, in fact, if you've come over here, another one slightly over to the east that you can also visit if you need to. I think, it's just going to be right here. So just make sure you visit 2. That should unlock the harness, and then you just need to have a horse that has pull stats. So let's go into my set of horses here, and I'm going to take out Hoss, who I got during my walkthrough series. And then, of course, on the selection screen, make sure you press attach harness, otherwise it's going to be a little bit awkward. Once that's done, then we can go ahead and mount up. Let's take him closer to the wagon here. I'll stop a bit in front of it, grab the wagon, get it on there, nice and attached. And then when we talk to them, she should now want to go and sit on the wagon. I'll take you. I'll cause the NPCs to go ahead and sit on the wagon. And obviously now all we need to do is go towards where the fairy is, which I believe, pretty sure it's this pool of water. So I'm going to go ahead and set myself a little marker here. You can see it just up on the hill there, spurting out its purple mist. Hopefully you guys know how to make a horse go forwards by now. So I'll meet you guys up there. And as we close in on the fairy, we should find that it turns itself into a little cutscene. We have 3 more missions like this, which I'll move on to the next one after I've shown you guys how actually upgrading armor works. So after a lengthy amount of dialogue, we'll come to this screen here, and obviously now we can look at enhancing clothing. So the way this works is, obviously some things cannot be enhanced. All you need to do is get the item that it shows you. So in this case with the Barbarian Armor, Mighty Thistle, we need 3 for each piece. Obviously with the Frostbite headdress, look, I need some Ice Fruit. And just basically give that in like this, enhance away. And that is going to give us 1 extra level. It's basically going to increase the armor for the first level. Obviously, each fairy is going to increase the level to which you can increase your armor by 1, giving you a total of 4. And when you get 2 stars on each part of a piece of armor set, case the Barbarian Armor with the headdress and the shoes as well, you'll also get a perk based on that armor set. Now, of course, we need to go and unlock the rest of the fairies, which is what we're going to go ahead and do next. We're going to go ahead and help the second fairy now. So the game has brought me, just in order of the Gazette here, to the north. So we did the Great Fairy Fountain in the south last time. Obviously, we have this one marked on the map for us, right next to this snowfield stable. It really isn't difficult to find. If you just follow this road here, you are guaranteed to come across it. I'm going to go ahead and talk to Mastro here. Certainly not Mario, right? And that is going to send us off to find another NPC. So it marks it up on the map for us rather nicely. So we obviously need to travel a fair amount south if you don't already have it unlocked. This guy is going to be trapped inside a little ditch. Let's go find this guy now. And so as we start making our way down, we should notice we've got some smoke coming out of a giant hole here. We've got a boyo trapped, wanting to get on out. This was a pain in the ass for me, although look at this. Maybe we could make ourselves a ramp. Let's try that. Okay, we'll put it in there. I don't know if it's actually going to make any difference. I used, what did I use? I think it was like 3 or 4 fans or something. Blasted up before. Oh, it's the, yeah, it's going to be this look, see? We end up having to basically like lift it out and get it to kind of just drift over the edge with him in it. It's a real pain in the ass. Let's see how we get on. So with that done, make sure you've exhausted his dialogue, and it says, like, offers you to put him in the wagon. Obviously, we're going to do that right now. What we want to do, realistically, is get this, like, could we? I don't think that's going to work. I don't think the ramp has helped at all. All we need to do is have these attached in a a balanced manner so that it doesn't tip up, because obviously he is very sensitive to the wagon rocking. Okay then, so just so that I'm using basically everything that I have available on the ground, you'd probably get better results if we had like a battery or maybe a couple other bits and bobs. Basically, I've just lined up the not even that well lined up. Basically, we've got the balloons on the sides, fan on the back, and I'm actually going to use the fan because if it goes underneath this, not the fan, the ramp, should I say. If it goes underneath this, it just makes it more annoying. So this should actually work out. So we're going to get him inside now in the wagon. I reckon this should work. If not, you won't see this, and it'll be a different cut. But I'm pretty sure we can get up with this. I'm quite confident. Oh man, it's burning battery like a baby. Yes, you're out the hole. There we have it. It wasn't as moddy as last time. Last time he didn't let me lift him out as easily. That's actually very convenient. We actually need that for the next NPC. Even though they tell you where to get it. Interesting, I did not realize that. Cool, that basically finishes that part of the quest. So now we need to go back to Snowfield Stable so we can get this finished off. Obviously, now that we're back, we can go ahead and talk to Mastro here. And we need to create a roof for the wagon. Now, I think this is easiest done in 3 pieces. So we want 2 small pieces and then a big piece that's going to make the middle. I tried doing it in like a house shape. It just didn't really work out for me. So we're going with 3. And so like we want the middle piece to be nice and flat. Like that. Get them all lined up. And then I am going to make this kind of like a little bit shapely. So let's go that way, onto there. Next piece, onto there. It's flipped over nicely onto the wagon. And you can see the green blueprint on the bottom, right? We need to make sure that's like basically over all of the wagon here. There we go. That should make for a roof. Now we need to go and get our horse with the harness on so that we can pull these guys up to the ferry. I'm of course going to be bringing along Princess. Dubbed it the name of this horse. In any case, let's bring it on over. Get them all hooked up. They're probably going to moan when I move this, aren't they? Don't worry, we'll do it slowly. What? Really? Because it's rocket. Get on there. Now look what you've done. Cool. So once you've got them all attached and they're not crying anymore, we do need to go a little bit of kind of like a longish way. But you can see how modded they are, right? So we're going north. North, north. Past the trees. Enemies have respawned. I killed all these. You don't really need to worry about any enemies when you're coming over. They're not going to chase you all the way up anyways. And we already know it's going to be a cutscene once we get up there. Just obviously don't take the corner too tightly. And there we have it. That is going to be the second part all finished. Move on to the next part shortly. Next up is Serenade to Cotera. This one is going to be over by the Dueling Peaks stable, which is, I guess, Middle East, Southeast side of the map here. We need to obviously speak to these musicians. Now, if you have been following in the order that I've done it, you're already going to have some honey in your inventory. Don't worry if you haven't been, I'm going to show you where you can get some honey. But if you rescue this guy first, that is going to make this faster for you, okay? He will be over, if I can remember exactly where it is, let me find it. Yeah, just near, on the map anyways, the Iron Auroch Shrine. If you follow this down, then south, you can see this hole. This is where he'll be trapped. Get him out, and then turn his quest in up at the Snowfield stable, and that will give you some extra honey, which you can then go ahead and give to this NPC that we're now going to need to go and track down. I think that's activated. Yes, come on. Just make sure that it has. It's all good. Right, so now we're going to be sent north to Kakariko Village. Technically speaking, we don't need to go all the way. It is just before there, but we are going to opt to go past it so I can show you guys where to get some honey, just in case you don't have any. I'm going to grab my horse up, and I'm going to start traveling. Okay then, so I am, of course, a little bit past Kakariko Village. So if you need like a step-by-step, follow the road, right? And then you can climb up here, past where the waterfall is, and obviously up into these trees. This is where you can find your honey. Obviously, we need to knock it down. I'm going to go ahead and shoot this so you guys can see what happens when we do that. The bees are not going to be happy, but they're not too difficult to deal with, right? They just turn into an enemy like this. It's not like you actually need to physically hit the bees or anything, like on an individual basis. But there's your courser honey in case you need some extra. Now then, technically speaking, you've gone straight past where you need to go to if you have been following me along. And we need to go back south, and if you come around here, you'll hear some drumming, but it's just here. This was actually where there were some bokoblins previously, so I'm going to meet you guys right over there. Well then, if you chose to fly over, like I did, because I thought maybe going to the tower would be a bit quicker, and I think it kind of was. You can see his tent from above. This is where we want to go. Hello, Mr. Drummer. Give this guy some honey, that's what he likes. Obviously, just give it to him right now. It's way easier that way. Not bad for 100 rupees, to be honest. That noise makes me laugh. So now we're going to head back to the stable to the south. And now, of course, we have lots of dudes. Let's obviously talk about the Great Fairy, so that they'll move over to the water, which is to the south of us. So we're going to make our way on over, and we'll notice that the bridge is completely out. That's obviously what the main problem there was. We're going to go ahead. We need a nice big plank like this. Flatten it down a bit. And we're going to attach their cart to it. Oh yeah, we need to talk to them first. Sorry. My bad. Let's talk to them first. Just talk to all the NPCs. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but just talk to them all so that we're allowed to touch the carriage. And now the building can commence. Let's get on in here. Make sure we get the battery. I don't think the battery's actually necessary, but we'll get the battery. So buoyancy is always a thing we need to care about. I don't know if this matters where this goes actually, but we'll attach it to the back. It's not like it actually needs to attach to fan because magic. Put it off to the side. There is more than one fan. The second one is a little bit hidden, so we're going to put this off to the side a little bit. This one out of the water. I suppose you could put the sail on and have the fans blow into the sails. I've never really tried doing it that way. Yeah. There. Get the control panel. Should be well enough stuff now. On the front. You know what? It's going to be easier if I just come around like this, isn't it? Come to me. Oh, no. Come to me. Turn around. Put it on there. Get it close to the water, because as usual, like if we shake it around too much whilst they're in it, I'm gonna moan. Get inside, please. And I think that's far enough into the water. We should be able to get away with setting off like that. There we are. Very good. Over to the ferry. As per usual, this is going to give us the cutscene. You guys don't need to watch that really, so hopefully this one helps you out. Rounding out the 4 great fairies then, we can now do Serenade to Kaysa. Obviously, we are going to go ahead and talk to Mastro here to get this started. I just realised I should probably bring the map up. I'm sure somebody's going to complain, but we've done it this way now, so that's what's happening. Talk to this dude. We are, of course, at the outskirts stable, the final one that we haven't done so far on the channel. And he should have given us the quest to go and find the last dude, which I think is actually a little bit south. Let me pull this up on the map here. Just zooming out there, you can see the kind of distance we need to travel to get this one finished. But all you need to do is deliver 10 sunlight fireflies. What are they called? Let me get them up here. I already have some, which is good. I already have the 11, but I'll show you guys how to catch them just in case you don't know. Here we go. Sunset fireflies. This is what we need 10 of, okay? Because he wants to make a tree glow. So I'm going to go ahead and take a fly down there. Okay, then now that we've arrived, kid should be in the tree, I believe. He wants to go ahead and light this tree up with a bunch of sunset fireflies. So what I'll do is, just in case you haven't got them, and to keep this video short, I will flash a card up now of how you can get your own sunset fireflies. Just because it's pointless me doing the same thing twice, and if you do need them, that will obviously help you out. It's gonna be a nice sweet scene here. We need to wait till nighttime, which I think it is right now, which is real nice. I'm gonna go talk to this kid in the bed. Where are you? I guess not right now. Let's make it midnight then. One moment, please. And now that it's nighttime, we're gonna go ahead and talk to this Haiti lady. I'm gonna say hi. Follow me, please, into the middle of the wood. We're not going to the middle of the wood. We're going over to the tree. So come on over. It's going to be kind of magical. This is pretty cool, actually. We'll skip past it, though. You guys can watch it in your own time. So with that little bit done, we can now head on back up to the outskirts stable. And we might as well get the vehicle that we're going to be using built now. So we're going to be using this little 4x4 looking thing in a second. Man, can't. There we go. So make sure the arrows are all facing the right way on the tire. Those arrows are facing ahead. Looks pretty good to me. I'm going to want a control panel. Come on. Get it over at the front. Pretty sure that's the front. And then, as we did with the crossing of the river, speak to all of the NPCs here so that we can continue. Hopefully I just muted that. Great Fairy. Can we lift it? Can we lift it? Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on the on our little all-terrain vehicle over here. I wonder if it'll let them mount over there so I don't have to take it all the way back. Yeah, get in. Cool, so we need to be careful here as we go up, because if it vibrates too much, they're not going to be happy. Okay? And there are quite a few rocks as we make our way up, making it more difficult than you might think is necessary. You also need to be careful we don't get the belly of the vehicle mounted on any of the rocks. So this one here in particular, that one caught me out on my first go up for some reason. But we're pretty safe now, which is good. Quite good this doesn't take too much battery, which is nice. Going the right way? Somehow I've gone past it. There we go. And that's going to go ahead and finish off all of the 4 fairies. I hope these videos have helped you out. And I'll see you all in the next one.